Important week this week with the BRICS summit, but of course this meeting with China sets the context with the second largest economy, as we said. Give us some background as to what we're dealing with here.
That's right, Devin. It is a massive economy and also one of the fastest growing economies in the world. So very important to South Africa how the president actually approaches this meeting with Xi Jinping. I want to give you some context very quickly, Devin, just how big is this Chinese dragon that we are trying to tame, if you want to put it like that. Well, take a look at this counter. Some estimates suggest, Devin, that the Chinese GDP is worth $21.4 trillion. $21.4 trillion. You don't even want to really contemplate how massive that actually is. So that's really the size of the economy. Trade, of course, is a big deal, and we have seen this relationship develop, particularly over the last 8 years or so. 2009, South Africa, China trade 118 billion rand. It surged over the next 4 to 5 years by more than 50%, Devin. 2013, 271 billion rand. Cyril Ramaphosa will now be hoping that he can take that number even higher over the next 5 to 10 years during his term. Now, China's relationship is often a controversial one when it comes to South Africa because of the issue of trade balance. What is a trade balance? Well, it's really the sum or the calculation between our imports and our exports to various countries. So these are the countries, the top 5 countries, which are buying our products, which are buying our exports. And as you can see, Devin, China is number 1 at nearly 10%. Most of the countries in Western Europe and the likes of the USA now falling by the wayside to some extent. China very much the top buyer of South African products. This is where it gets interesting, though, when you take a look at our imports. 1 out of 5 South African imports, Devin, so the products that we're bringing into the country now come from China. 18.8% of those imports come from China, and the rest really coming from those major Western European countries. So it just gives you a sense, Devin, 9.4% when it comes to exports to China, much higher when it comes to the products that we are buying from China into South Africa. So Cyril Ramaphosa will be hoping to deal with that imbalance. Some of the other matters which will be dominating the president's mind: intra-Africa trade. China obviously sees South Africa as a gateway onto the rest of the continent. And of course, remember, Cyril Ramaphosa is on this investment drive, hoping to get almost 1.2 trillion rand in new deals by the time he hosts that investment summit in 2 or 3 months' time. So lots on the mind of the president, and hoping to get as many deals as he can in the weeks ahead.